Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today, thanks to Profot, importer of Elinchrom in France, I'm going to present you the Elinchrom 5, sorry, I was going to say 505, okay? And thank you to Digit Photo who put me in contact with them. So we're going to check this. Behind the camera is my friend Thomas, another YouTuber, and so let's speak about this. Let's start. One point, don't have much time today, so I'm going to show you the flash, then do a small demo with Thomas, indoor, outdoor, and then for the conclusion I will record in Tenerife because I don't have enough time today. So you will see a bit of change in the video, okay? So let's carry on.
So this is Elinchrom 5. Here you see this logo, you think it's just for decoration, but it's not. Color changes. For example, you have several sets with several flashes with different user and different channel. Well, the color is different, so from away you can visually see which flash is connected to which one. Here you have the battery that is below. You can take it out to charge. I will give you the battery information after. The time it takes to charge is different in the flash than out of the flash. And also this flash I can actually connect to the wall socket with the USB charger, and if I remove the battery, as you can see, I can also charge the battery directly there, okay, without having the battery in the flash, okay? So that's really practical, okay, really practical. It's not usual. Normally flash with batteries, if battery is empty, you cannot connect to the wall socket, okay? And here you have, as you can see, the logo is on both sides, okay, that change colors. And here you have the monitor, really good. It's different from other brand. Like here I changed power from 4.9 to 6.3, and let's say you have several flashes, one is 250 watts and one is 500 watts, but with Elinchrom, if I'm 5.0, for example, all my flashes that are on 5.0 give the same amount of light, okay? So that's really important, really practical, okay? So they have several kind of flashes, so 5.0 will give the same amount of light, okay? Really practical. When you have several flashes, you know exactly that even without having the same power, you know what you get, okay? One thing I really like with the monitor, well, this typical monitor, you can navigate easily, but there is, yeah, you move around the menus this way, okay? But there is the history of the use of the flash, the amount of shots, the amount of hours it was on, and all this. So it's really good because when you want to sell your flash unit second-hand, well, that's good because the buyer know exactly how you use the flash, how much you've used it, all this. So I think this is really good. If you want to buy a lamp or whatever, you know what will happen, okay? I'm not going to get in all the details, okay? But there are many options. You can do TTL and manual mode if you have the Skyport Pro, the trigger, okay? And also you can shoot in TTL. This is the Sky Pro, okay? Skyport Pro. No, that's the normal, and then you have the Pro, okay? And you can also shoot in TTL and then move on to manual automatically, so you keep your setting. Really easy to transport, really 2.3 kilos, I think. As you can see, I'll remove it so you can see how light it is and practical, okay? Let's get it out of there, okay? And really practical, really easy. And the handle is better than before. Before the handle was round and it was not as practical as this one. Now it's really good what they've done here. So we're going to make some pictures to have a look, okay? This is a Rotalex softbox, and that's all type, okay? If I open here, as you can see, I remove the grid, and here you will see there are two linen. The inner one to get better diffusion, so the light gets more even from border to center. So really practical. And one thing I really like is that you can actually open it as if it was an umbrella, and this is really practical. As you can see, it's like an umbrella, Okay, so I can mount it really fast, and it doesn't spend much space, occupy much space. Okay, and also I think it's more solid. I think other systems are more fragile. This one is really easy to use, as you can see, perfect, easy to use.
We're going to make a picture right now. It's going to be a radical picture because, as you can see, there is a grid here. Okay, this really directional picture. The background is gray, but this is so close that it's going to be really dark in the back. The idea is not to make a great photo shoot. It's just to me to feel how it works and see the colors, all this, if it's fine. So let's do it. Now, without the honey grid, just to make sure to have an idea how it looks, okay? So now we're outdoor, we're going to try to outpower the sun, see with 500 watts what we get, okay? So now to see the difference, I make a picture with the flash not pointing at Thomas, okay? Okay, now let's point at him and we see the difference. And we can see it can easily outpower the sun, okay? So now we're going to create what they call sometimes American night. It means we're going to drop light, ambient light really massively. I've got a 3-stop ND filter here because I don't want to synchronize over 1/250 of a second. I don't want to use HSS or iSync. And we're going to see if this flash is able to light Thomas properly to get this ambient that has nothing to do with reality. Right now it's really really hot, really sun top, and really a lot of light right now. So let's go for it. So a couple of months later in Tenerife, here are the specs, okay? 500 watt second, well, that's the power of this flash. You've seen it has a portable battery. You can remove it, place it, all this, and you will get 450 lights, flash, when you use it at maximum power. Is it a lot? Is it little? Well, honestly, I think for most use, it's more than enough, because normally, except if you do full power outdoor, as I did, it was really a harsh situation, okay? Normally, you're not at full power, so you easily go over the 1000 lights. So that's, for me, that's okay. I really like that you have a dual way of using it. You can use it with battery or with power supply from the wall socket. So that's really good, because sometimes you're indoor, and why should you use the battery? That actually any battery it have a limited life, okay? So you need several cycles, many obviously, but still, if you can avoid to use it, well, why not? Okay, so that's good. Recycle time 1.6 seconds at full power. I think this is really good. Obviously, if you're the guy who does a burst rate at 10 frames per second, you feel that's really little. But when you use a flash, you don't go that mad, okay, normally, okay? So at full power 1.6, that's great. If you think that a Cobra flash on top of your camera, normally for full power recycle, takes from 5 to 8 seconds, a good flash, that's not bad, that's really good, 1.6 seconds. The modeling lights, you have a dual light temperature, which is really good, 2700 Kelvin and 6500 Kelvin. This light is 26 watts, which is equivalent of 160 watts tungsten, okay? So it's a LED light. And I like that you have a dual color temperature for this. Why? Because let's say you're daytime, if you are on 2700 Kelvin, it's really yellowish. You see the model that is strangely lit before shooting, okay? So you could go on 67, I said 6700, 6500 Kelvin, so cooler light. And at night time on street, for example, when you have this really orange lighting, to preview what you do in really cool lights with 6500 Kelvin is not really nice. So it's better to go to 2700 Kelvin. So I think that's really good, or 2700 Kelvin. So I think it's really good you have this dual thing, okay?
Flash sync. I don't like high sync photography, but many people do. So yes, obviously this flash does it. You can do it up to 1/8,000th of a second, so no problem. And you also have a dual TTL and manual mode. Let's say you're not too sure how to configure your flash and measure light, all this, you go on TTL, and when you're happy with what you get, you move on to manual, and so the setting won't move anymore, okay? So that's good. You can start with TTL if you're a bit lost and then go to manual, okay? There is a smart proactive cooling system that analyzes what you're doing, how you're shooting, all this. So it will control the fan, so you're not full power on the fan all the time. It consumes more battery, it makes more noise also. So if you're making off, maybe you don't like this sound, okay, whatever, okay. So that's good that it actually put just the right cooling depending on what you're doing, and obviously the ambient temperature also. You don't just have the trigger, you can also control the flash via Bluetooth with the Elinchrom app, so you can actually configure your setting, keep your setting for other shooting on other day, all this. So this is really well thought. By the way, Elinchrom is from Switzerland. Nowadays, many people speak about Profoto, about Godox, and Yongwo, but Yongwo is more like Cobra Flashes, okay? Westcott, but many people are forgetting about Elinchrom that have been there for so many years, okay, from Switzerland. Really great gear, and at the time it was, many people who were doing shooting on the fly with the battery were using Elinchrom, okay? By the way, I almost bought one like 10 years ago, okay? I did not because after I changed what I was shooting, but okay, really great gear, okay? And affordable, okay? If you compare to Profoto or Broncolor, nothing to do, okay? Nothing you can compare. I speak about European brands, okay? Yeah, I think this is great, okay? So they have their own bayonet, or you call that their own mount, Elinchrom mount. But obviously, if you like this flash and you have other softbox, there are some adapters, and the other way around too. Let's say you want to use their softbox on a different flash that is not an Elinchrom flash, there are also some mounts for it, okay? So yeah, most brands do that anyway, okay? But they do it also. I really love the way you can open as an umbrella the softbox. I've got this with another brand, okay, but still, it's good that they do it too, okay? I really like the way you can control the power of your flash. From full power down to 1/64th of power, which is 7 stops. So it means you can go from 7 watts second up to 522 watts second. Yeah, so 500 watts flash, but actually it's 522, okay? And that's really good. When you want full power, that's full, but the problem is when you want little power. The fact to be able to go down to 7 watts when you're on the street at night, you just want to put a bit of light, an extra light. That's fantastic to be able to go so low, okay? I like it. The flash duration, you have two types. The normal one from 1/800th of a second and down to 1/200th of a second, and the action one from 1/8000th of a second down to 1/250th of a second. One thing that's important, many people don't understand this. When you buy the 500 watt second flash, many people think that if you go on off power, you're actually shooting 250 watts second, or quarter of power, 125 watts second. That's not the way it works. A flash always gives you the maximum power. It just makes a different duration, okay? So on off power, it's like if I was getting off of the power, like 250, but I actually don't get that. I get shorter lighting, okay? This is why the shorter, the lower the power, the shorter the lighting. It means that actually will freeze the action, okay? So when you're on normal mode, 1/200th of a second on maximum power, that's not much for freezing, and 1/800th of a second on minimum power is not much either. Depends what you're doing. But on action, down to 1/8000, that's really nice, okay? So it's important. Many people say, I buy a 100 watt second flash and I will try to freeze action, and they use it full power all the time because not much light. They never freeze anything. It's better to have more power and use it on 1/64th of power, or 1/4, or 1/8, or whatever, okay? And then have shorter lighting time, okay? So what they give is fine. The color temperature, okay? The standard one is 5800 Kelvin, which is like, yeah, daylight, okay? And when you go on action mode, it's 5900, which is a bit cooler, okay? And the variation is more or less 200 Kelvin. 200 sounds a lot, but really you will not appreciate looking at the picture, will not see the difference, okay? What's more important is the power stability between shots. I don't want to shoot at 1/4 of power and then the following picture is like 1/5 and the one before was 1/3, because otherwise I always overexpose or underexpose and this is a nightmare. In this case, the variation is really low, 0.5%. You will not notice anything on your pictures, so that's really good. Recharging the battery, you have two modes, with the battery in the flash or out of the flash. In the flash, to get to 80%, it takes 1 hour and 10 minutes, and to get 100%, it takes 1 hour and 35 minutes. And if you get it out of the flash, it will take to 80%, 2 hours, and 100%, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Is it a lot? Is it long? Well, it's more or less what everyone is doing, okay? One hour and a half to charge to 100%, I think that's fine. It all depends what you're doing. For me, if I would work full power, it will be really sunny, it will be really hot. I would probably have a break after a while, I have a coffee or go for lunch, so I will recharge in the meanwhile if I've used all the battery, okay? If you don't use full power, you will not even stop during the day, so that's no problem. If you're doing a workshop with many pupils shooting all the time, maybe that will be different, okay? But I think this is what we could expect, okay? So no complaint, nothing bad. I think it's good result, good figures on this, okay? Then the Gibaud, the trigger, it says outdoor it will work up to 200 meters. I didn't try that far. We're like maybe 10 meters, but that works fine. And I've read some comments in many places that works really well, even really far, okay? So that's okay. And indoor 60 meters, is it a lot? I don't know. I've never been away 60 meters from my subject. And anyway, I would probably see the subject to make the picture, so also see the flashes. So I don't know. For me, the Gibaud works like a charm. It works really nice, okay? So, can I or could I recommend this flash unit? First, there is a new model now, the Model 3 it's called, yeah. And it's less powerful, but this one, I'd say, that's great. So many people always ask, with 400 watts second, can you outpower the sun? It depends how you work. I mean, if you're daytime like I was, a couple of meters at maximum, like meter and a half from your subject, yeah, no problem. But if you want to do a full body shot and have the flash stand like 3 meters away and have a larger softbox because you want to still have soft shadows, all this, obviously it will not work. You need a lot more power, okay? So many people think, oh yes, then it's better to buy a 1500 watt second or 1000 watt second, and that's fine. If you only do outdoor, midday, sun against you, yeah, but normally you don't have 50 flash units. Normally what you're likely to have is just 1 or 2. So I think 500 is well balanced between indoor, outdoor, daytime, early morning, late at night or late afternoon, okay? That's the most versatile option you have. An extra 100 watts is always welcome, but that's no problem. I normally use 400 watt second, so that's fine for me, okay? So for the kind of pictures I make, yes, 500 watt second was perfectly fine. But yes, don't forget, make your mathematical calculation. If you're going to have your subject far away from the flash, yes, you do need more power if you have to outpower the sun, okay? Otherwise, 500 watt second is fine. So, can I recommend this flash? Yeah, honestly, I think yes, yeah, no problem. The quality, the build quality, the way it works, the app that lets you keep several lighting scheme, all this, I like it. That works nice. The size is fine, the weight is fine, the build is really nice. So honestly, yes, if you're interested in a good quality flash and for any reason, personal or technical or whatever, you want something that is built in Europe and or thought in Europe, I don't know where they make them because nowadays they all make them in the same place, okay? But it's actually created in Europe with a brand, with a warranty, all this. Yeah, that's a great idea, a great unit. I like it, it works. So yeah, completely recommendable. So if you're interested, I'll leave you links in the description on where you can buy it. So let's go back for conclusion to mess with Thomas, okay? Well,
Thank you so much, Thomas. We don't think we're going to do that because it was not planned to do this a video about this flash and not having him as a model. So thank you so much. We'll see him again this summer. We'll make a video together. So thank you, and let's carry on with the rest. Okay, bye.
Bye. Well, here in my RV for the finish line. Okay, so yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Well, first, thank you so much to Profot in France for lending me the flash. Thank you to Digit Photo presented them to me, and also to Thomas for helping me and posing all this. And thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott. More affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.